Stop. Oh well, we'll hope that this audio works. I think I've got my not my ideal microphone working, but that's okay. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John, and I am here to start this day with you and to focus a little bit the intentions of this day for myself, and you can join me a little bit into gratitude, seeking opportunities to be kind, seeking opportunities for connection, and let's maybe add kindness to the self-forgiveness as well in there. And I am live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. So if you are here and you join us, you can say hello. You might be watching this on the recording because people are just now stumbling in. It's Sunday morning, and who knows what kind of antics you had up last night. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock last night. I got my sleep app said I got lots of sleep last night, although I woke up throughout the night. I've been going to bed great since I stopped drinking coffee and stopped drinking. But I'm still waking up many times throughout the night, 3 to 8 times a night. But none of that. We are now in a time where we start with a song and then share gratitude. So, it's a time where we can get a little dose of yeah. We can have a bunch of friends and rhyme with the word yeah. Why would that be so hard? Yeah. What rhymes with yeah? That was a bust. And I trust that you'll give me a little break because I didn't eat steak. That's not a mistake. And sometimes, oh man, this today, we're just going to say, let's start with that self-forgiveness I was just talking about, right? Woo! Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. You notice I introduced myself with yes, yeah, spank them in the ass. Yeah, that kind of works. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning, Paul. Natasha got okay sleep last night because kiddo had a sleepover, so I had my bed all to myself. Yay! So that's got to be a treat. And I'm sure there's also all sorts of mother thoughts that come in with a sleepover. Whew! I am grateful right now for my health, my healing body, my healthy parents, my relationship with my brother. I'm feeling grateful for this journey I'm on right now, and I keep getting a little over optimistic. Good morning, Joyous. Good morning. If you're here and you want to say hello, we would love to hear what you're grateful for. I just wrote this long thing this morning that I will post shortly, but it's really about how my homework assignment from my therapist last week was start asking, how do I feel in my body right now? Just as much as possible. How do I feel in my body right now? And it is something that I really am not well versed at. I am not, I think I have a very limited awareness of subtle sensations. I'm someone who, I like sweet coffee and salty food, and subtleties is not really but I'm good. I don't like a slight buzz. I like to be fucked up. I like, whoa, like no subtleties for me. And I'm recognizing that this next chapter of growth is about leaning into the subtleties and leaning into developing the muscles of awareness so I can have a better sense of body sensations, body awareness, intuition, and also to recognize sensations. Like, here's an example. I'm no longer blocking my former partner on Facebook because I figured I could handle it now. And I may change that. I'm not sure if I'm up to it yet. Because so last night I noticed I see her name pop up and I get this twinge. And I notice, oh, I should tune into that feeling, because twinge isn't really a description of a feeling. It's just saying I have a feeling. Twinge is like saying this is red wine. But what I want to be able to do is say, this is a Merlot with hints of apricot and plum and a charcoal hint to it. What do they call it? Undertone? I don't know. And I can't do that with wine either. Now, I'm practicing sobriety right now, so I'm not going to learn it with wine, but that might be a good tool as well, like to tune into the subtleties of taste. Maybe there's, maybe I could practice it with pate or something like that. But I am not, so last night I get that, I get the twinge. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me see if I can feel it and look into it. Tasting note. Yes, note. That was the word. Thank you. And so I'm like, let me see if I can feel it and pay attention to it. And so I refreshed, and I was able to go, okay, it starts it's like just a little, maybe 2-inch by 4-inch thing in my chest, and then it drops into my stomach, and then it feels fluttery, and it settles into my stomach right near the surface, and it feels like fluttery, uncomfortable. That's not really a description. Uncomfortable. It feels like, how Wile E. Coyote, when the cliff falls out and he's just hovering there for a second. That's what it feels like. That's what my anxiety feeling likes too. But the anxiety one doesn't drop into my stomach so dramatically. But it's very similar to my anxiety feeling, social anxiety feeling, that feeling I get when I see her name pop up. And I refresh it enough times and it's not so bad. And it's not as bad as it was a week ago. But I'm like, all right, cool. So that was huge progress. That feels good. All right. I'm looking at it. That's a way more sophisticated understanding of this feeling. And also, the more I think that I'm aware of it, the easier it is to feel it and observe it, as opposed to being like, I don't like this. Stop this. How can I stop this? Make this stop. Change this. That is, I believe, the next however many months or years, there'll be a journey for me to become in tune with those body sensations. I had a really interesting one as well. I'm gonna just get to the end of this story, and then we can talk more about gratitude, and I'll say more hellos. But I had I mentioned I did this healing, this sound healing. Maybe I already told this story. Anyway, the purpose of this healing was to really work on the anxiety sensation I get. And he had me, when I was on this table, sort of ask me these rapid questions like, how big is it? What size is it? How thick is it? What's its texture? How much does it weigh? And I started like really just answer as quick as possible. And pretty soon I had this visual of this thing on my chest, which was a lot different than icky feeling, And it was like, whoa, this is really fascinating. And then he had me kind of move it around my body by using singing bowls or toning bowl, ding, and he would move it. And as soon as we moved it off my chest, I started bawling, crying. It was really a fascinating experience. And so it's been helpful. I'm really trying to stretch into areas of possibility that are beyond what I've experienced before. I've never been one who's like, yeah, sound healing, crystals, yeah, whatever. But I've been working on the level of the mind for 3 decades, and I still got, anxiety and insecurity and people pleasing that is obstructing my ability to be my best. So let's open up the mind. And so as part of my open up my mind, I am reading a Joe Dispenza book that also was outside the realm of what I would consider something I would pay attention to. Just a few months ago, I would not have sought him out. And I'm microdosing. Both of these are paths of trying to break out of the patterns, the neurological pathways, and make some new pathways. Create a new normal, a new reality, and to not be trapped in the reality of my thoughts. So we shall see, but that's what I'm into right now. And I think I wrote this up a lot more clearly this morning, so I'll post that soon if you're curious or about any of this. So good morning, Dawn. Hello to you in sunny Utah. Congrats on getting last night's snow shoveled. That sounds like exercise of the day. I decided to write this morning instead of exercise, so I think I'm going to try to do a little exercise after this. So thanks for the inspiration. Although I'm not going to snovel show. I might snovel show now that I say it, but I won't shovel snow. Not because I refuse to, because I'm in San Diego, where we have lots of snuveling to do, but very little shoveling. Joyce is grateful that she listens to her body, and really grateful to hear I'm talking about my feelings in this way. Thanks, Joyce. Anybody else have anything that they are grateful for? I am grateful, gonna see some Pink Heart comrades in a camp meeting today. I'm grateful that my brother gave me this kind of this used standing desk from his work they were getting rid of. So I'm sitting now, but I'm starting to see if I can get used to some different patterns for my body as well. Dawn is going to do some scrapbooking later today and hopefully visit San Diego someday. It is pretty here. Hey, Vesper, good morning. Sunday fun day. I need to plan something fun. I've I'm so deep in my trying to heal that I need to find ways to have fun that are not my old ways of having fun. Yeah, and I keep coming back to I need to. A big part of this chapter is actually not always having fun and not running from discomfort. I know how to make myself feel better, and those paths are limited. And so I am trying to not run from them. I realized yesterday, I'm like, yeah, I did so good. And I'm like, oh, I didn't drink, I didn't do intoxicants, and then, but I did masturbate, and I did eat a ton of food at the end of the day. So I was like, all right, I need to get to a point where I can not observe all the discomforts, and food is one that I really gotta. Or in social media too. I soothe with social media. I soothe with food. I soothe with porn and self-pleasure. So, working on it. I'm glad this resonates, people. Natasha's even grateful that this I'm sharing because it resonates with her journey. Thanks. Natasha's putting together shelves in the frigid Pacific Northwest. Man, you do know how to have fun. Joya says it resonates too. Paul, have had to witness a child go through some material losses and property setbacks. Grateful that he's physically okay and keeping a reasonably positive outlook. Ooh, that sounds hard to watch someone that you care about go through that, but good to find that gratitude. Thanks, Paul. Painey is grateful for The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and the other 3 books in the trilogy. Oh, I see 3 books, the trilogy of 4. I see that. I see. The most useful book ever written, according to The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Nice. That keeps coming up. Maybe you're the one that brought it up, but several times that has been brought up recently. And then a friend of mine, their daughter, found that book, in an alley, and I was like, man, this book just keeps coming up. Maybe it's time to reread that. So thanks for that continued reminder. I am reading right now Joe Dispenza's. I mentioned this yesterday, but Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. So that is giving me faith. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm also listening to affirmations every morning, every night. And when I've been waking up in the middle of the night. I'm going to bed okay, falling asleep, but then I wake up in the middle of the night. And so sometimes if I wake up in the middle of the night and I start to have thoughts, that's when I seem to have the most thoughts about my ex-partner. In the middle of the night, I wake up and then I forget my dream a little bit, and then I start to think about her. And so I will put on I will replay my affirmation, and so that I can listen to that and drift off to that. It seems to be working, actually. Oh, well, audiobooks, cool. I have a hard time reading books, so I'm glad to have an audio for sure. Natasha is throwing a Hitchhiker's Guide 42nd birthday party. Oh, rad! Well, man, that's time to me to get on the hitchhiking train. If anybody else has something that they want to share gratitude for, would love to hear it. Happy Sunday, and hope we can have I did record my own voice for the affirmations that I made. Yes. Where is it? Yeah. I am growing and changing every day. I am growing and changing every day. I notice small details of this miraculous planet. I notice small details of this miraculous planet. Yep. So I've actually, that's version 1. I made a second one. And I also realized that my microphone is giving me some problems. I tried it a second time with a little pop filter, but I recorded a podcast yesterday with my brother, and it sounded terrible. So I need to figure that out. Unfortunately, it's tough to... I gotta record myself and then listen to it, and then record myself and then listen to it. And now I'm just whining, but I'm grateful that I have the technology to do that, I guess. And I'm grateful that I have the time to do that. And I'm grateful that I have people that want to record with me. So that's fun. And I'm grateful that tomorrow I'm going to record another podcast with another Stay Sparked. So I got to figure out this microphone thing today so that I don't mess up tomorrow's recording. Maybe I'll have a backup. Maybe I'll put a backup microphone. I don't know what to do here. Roger is grateful for connecting to Dad's innocent spirit with my siblings, even with his early dementia. That's beautiful. That is that graduate level gratitude of finding the silver linings. Thanks, Roger. Well, I'm grateful that I got to start the day with you, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity today to practice being kind and look for things to be grateful for, and to practice this, what I was talking about, if I practice being okay with discomfort. That's not the kind of rah, get excited thing that I like to focus on, but I'm in this long-term plan right now, and finding comfort with discomfort is a key part of it. Oh, Natasha's saying that she listens to Stay Sparked when she can't sleep because our voices are all so soothing. Oh, that's nice to hear. Yeah, Janus's voice is pretty darn soothing. Oh, Paul says, thank you for sharing your efforts. It is useful to see the universality of challenges and of the benefit of counting blessings. Thank you, Paul. I love you, Paul. And I love everyone who is here and can hear my voice right now. So wherever you are in this moment, let's close with a hug and give ourselves a squeeze. Feel ourselves connected in this moment, sharing this human experience, sinking into that shared humanity as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful ambassadors of love, thank you for being here for this Love Morning and a part of Hug Nation. I love you. And hi, Esther.